right, hello and welcome to another installment of our beautiful Butterflies Workshop series. Hello, my name is Kimberly Smith. I'm the Papered Chef, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. So if you like what you see, which I'm sure you will, this is a stamp set that is free when you purchase anything at my Stampin' Up! Store, $60 or more. So you can get this stamp set for free, or you can just shop for other things if you already have this and get a lot of other free things during celebration. This is one of those items that's not only free, but you can also purchase it because it was added as an extra celebration item. All right, let's jump into it. We are going to use, let's see what we're going to use. In case you need me, I'm here. That's going to be the stamp. And I think that would be just easy to start with that. We're just going to do that part first. Okay, so if you need me, I'm here. We're going to take a little bit of a deckled rectangle shape, a little deckled rectangle shape. We're going to put it down, and we're going to ink it up. And we always do a couple, right? Couple extras. These came in your beautiful Butterflies Workshop kit. These little shapes. And, you know, for the rest of you, just get some dies, get some things. So we're going to use Bubble Bath ink. When we ink up the edges, we're going to open up the bubble bath and you put a little bit on your stamping block. It just helps you control the amount of ink that you're putting on your blending brush. Put a little bit on your blending brush. Tap, tap, tap onto your mat. I'm using a glass mat studio. You can purchase this glass mat and chamois and some other things from my store. I try to demonstrate the products that I sell. And if I don't demonstrate the ones from Stampin' Up!, you can also see ones at my Amazon store. Just go to the link in the description of this video. So things that we don't sell, I will also reference or recommend. And any little thing you can do to help support this channel. I'm trying to go back to doing this as a full-time gig, which I was doing before. And I really need to emphasize, which I have not been doing, all the little different ways that we can help each other out. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So this is just a little bit of inking. So why bubble bath? Well, bubble bath, you always want to use a light color when you're inking the edges. And you also want to use a color that coordinates with whatever you're doing for your crafts. So in this particular tutorial, we are using something called the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. And we're using a bubble bath card base, as you can see here. So that's why I'm inking up with a coordinating color. One great thing about Stampin' Up! Products, I'm just going to go ahead and do one more. I don't need to do so many more. One great thing about our products is that we have a lot of coordination between our ink, our cardstock. Did I even remember to tap that one? And our ribbons, our embellishments. What else? Our designer series paper, right? So we have a lot of color coordination. And like that's what I really love about it. Because you can buy a whole bunch of craft stuff at places and then you get home and you're like, well, none of this coordinates together and it doesn't look as professional. Well, we have things that look professional. Let me just get rid of that little. I have some lint on there. All right, now I'm getting my fingerprints all over the ink. All right, so that's anywho. That was bubble bath, and now we're going to use Pretty Peacock for the sentiment, and we'll use it again for the thank you. But I have to die cut that one. So we're going to flip this upside down, and we're going to put it here. Let's use my clear stamping block. We're going to flip it upside down, and we're going to we're going to put it flat side up onto the plastic stamping block. And we're just going to stamp it onto a sticky note. If it's the first time you use your stamp, you just want to condition your stamp by checking it out on the sticky note a few times. I mean, stamping onto the sticky note a few times. But if it's not the first time you use your stamp, it's already conditioned. Oh, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. In case you need me, I'm here. So this is a good one to send to someone as a sympathy card, or it just as someone to just going through a hard time. You know, being sick or whatever you want to do, if they're having any trouble, that's a good card to send. So in case you need me, I'm here. So we're good with that. And we'll use the Pretty Peacock and we'll even use the bubble bath again later for another part of this. So now let's do I always like to do that stuff, first, just to get that done. Sometimes I like to do that first. And now I'm going to do some die cutting. So we're making two things today. I was going to do this one as a separate tutorial, but this one, we're making 2 projects because this one over here is such an easy project. I'm combining it with this easy card. So what I want to do, though, is the die cutting part where what I want to do next is die cut these shapes. So not the big shape, these little butterflies. So you're going to take, I already have some, so you're going to take some adhesive. This is adhesive sheet. And, whoops, and some designer series paper. I love having a magnetic bowl, right? Because things stick to it. So let's go in here and get out. This is called the Bright and Beautiful paper. We're going to use, again, Bubble Bath as the card base. And we're going to use this as our card. So we can make a butterfly out of that because it's a piece of scrap. We need this as our little belly band. So basically, you just take this paper and just use any part of it you want for scraps. Like I made a butterfly out of this Lost Lagoon piece, right? It's all good. The whole thing is good. This is a good one, right? I just want to show you this paper. But you want to do a solid piece. This paper's been around for a couple years. It's a great festive, fun paper. And those of you that signed up for my workshop series, oh, maybe we could do a double color butterfly. Those of you who signed up for my workshop series have like, oh, you know what? We'll use this one at the front of the card this time instead of the diagonal. See how that looks. Okay, instead, I think I'm just going to make a solid butterfly. But those of you who signed up for my workshop series got this already. So you already have this paper. All right, so let's put a little bit of the adhesive sheet on there. And I just had the adhesive sheet. There it is. So an adhesive sheet, what is that? It's just a double-sided sticker paper. Also came in your kit. And I use it all the time for these fine dies. All right, so I want the butterfly on that side. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put some of this paper on there. Okay, I want the butterfly on that side. So what we want is, let's see, this and this. So we're going to put like the butterflies like that, right? And then we'll put the insides of them. You don't even have to worry about the insides of them sticking, actually. They can be done on the non-sticky part or just on another part. I have some little scraps here that I have from my little card. So maybe I'll do one in that color. You basically want to use any coordinating colors. Let me get rid of this. This was to hold up my card earlier. And now to die cut. The sandwich is, when you open up your die cutting machine, you have base plate number 1, plate number 2 for any thin dies that you're using, 1 plate number 3, and then you're going to put your dies down, and then you have another plate number 3. Okay. Well, my little butterflies they're fluttering away. Fluttering away. All right, let's go. Here, we'll just put this one. We should put that little guy on there. We have some other stuff to cut, so we'll just go like that, and we'll do another run through with the little die cut. But I just want to show you this part. And I've already actually made some as well. You're going to need 2 of these butterflies, and then you're going to use the brushed brass butterflies, which are your embellishment, for the other part. So we're going to poke those out using your Take Your Pick tool. This is a little Stampin' Up tool. Has a spatula. It has a pokey pick on it. A great thing to put in your starter kit if you're joining Stampin' Up. And if you're thinking about joining, there's a great special to join during the month of February. I'd love it if you joined my team. We have a lot of fun on my team. I just shared a swap video last couple hours ago, and then I charged my camera and things. So there's your little butterfly. It's going to stick to our card. Here's another one that's going to stick to our card. And you're just going to use this little pokey tool to get out the pieces. Let's just pull. It's using those little dots. All right, so now you're going to take this part and we're going to glue it. So you just want contrast. You don't need to glue the whole thing. Just glue this part. See, like that. To the middle. Again, the antenna don't need to be glued because they can be sort of a little 3D, have a little 3D effect. Okay, and this comes right off when you use it as okay, so that's what it looks like. Super nice. and it's sticky. And let's do one here. And I already have a couple made, so let's see what we can do with the ones I already have made. Here's a pink one. And you want a contrast, so that's okay. That's an okay contrast, but it's not super good contrast. So let's see here. There's a good contrast. And this one might already been made into a sticker. Let's see. Some of these little guys are made into stickers. Yes, so that one's already a sticker. You can make the insides into a sticker, but then you still want to lift up the little antenna, make them a little 3D like that. All right, and then let's see what we could do with this one. This one might be, I'm thinking this could be from another kind of paper, but let's look. This one looks like from this paper. This was the bloom paper. So I made this with it. So it's slightly different paper. This one I think I made today, though. So this one's from this paper. You want to make sure like you're coordinating, like you're matching. I'm not sure which ones I'll use yet. It's just a matter of like, okay, that one does not, it does not look like it was made into a sticker. So we're just going to use that one and glue it on. But that's a sticker. So I will decide later, based on where these get placed on the card, which of the 3 butterflies I'm going to use. Okay, one more trick is sometimes this one will go with this one. That's the lemon lime twist. I have a feeling I'm going to use, I like lemon lime twist. See, like that. All right, now we're going to keep our die cut machine here because we need it for the next part of this. So we have 4 butterflies. We have lots to choose from. We may even end up doing 3, but I thought it got too crowded. But it depends. This next paper might not look too crowded. So lots of fun. So we have lots of butterflies. Now, this part, I'm sticking them back into my metal bowl because these are really easy to lose. But I do like to poke these little... Hubby got me that bowl. We get a little, stuff. It's like you just get it from like Harbor Freight or one of those tool stores if you don't have it. Home Depot. Get yourself a little bowl for your dies, especially while you're using them to keep them from flying all over the room. And of course, then I can put them back in the case later. But right now, I always like working dies. I'm using them for this month. I'm having a workshop series for like the month of January and February. So I use these a lot. I don't really feel like putting them away because I use them so much. I use them for bingo. I use them for sending cards. All right, so that's that. Now we need a little piece of basic white now. Let me get my cute little trash can. And we're going to take just some basic white like so. And we're going to put this little die on it. So this die is going to be for the So Thankful. And you might say, oh, why don't you just cut 2 at once? I don't think so. It makes too much of a, like sort of a, oh wait, you got to make sure it's on there. Stay, won't you stay? It makes too much of an indentation when I try to cut 2 at once. So we're just going to cut 1 at a time. But we do want a couple because we just want to have extras. See, so there's already a little indentation, and I didn't want there to be like a super deep indentation on that die. So I'm just going to use another scrap. And what else? I'm just seeing if I could cut anything else while I'm here. You never want to waste a good crank through your die cutting machine, right? So I'm cranking through. And one thing I really like about this die set is that they gave me 2 of these butterflies. Right? So I can then, cut 2 at once, because what a pain it is to cut 1 at a time, right? I like cutting 2 at once. All right, so let's get rid of the machine. We're done with the machine. Now these are not going to be adhesive because I didn't put the adhesive on the back of them, but I will show you how you can color them just as an extra little fun thing to do, and maybe you can use them for the inside of your card. So we're just going to go ahead and color them with Bubble Bath because Bubble Bath happens to be what I'm using right now. I usually take all my extra tape and stuff and use it to help clean up all my extra painter's tape and like all the extra pieces of tape I have. All right, so I want to get rid of these little bits out there. All right, So we're good. We're good for that. And we're good. Now I'm going to put that up there for a moment because that little glare from it's called a ring light. I have a little light that, use for my videos, and sometimes there's a glare in that one spot. And I can't, because of the way the table is, I can't move the ring light in a different position. Or one of us would have to go, and it isn't going to be me. All right, let's see. There's the little blending brush. Bubble bath. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, now you're going to take your blending brush like we did before. And let's go ahead and just do the edges of these like we did earlier but we're going to do it for the So Thankful. Tap, tap, tap. I'm wiping off my hands because I don't want to get ink on the middle part. Sometimes you can just if you're afraid of getting ink on the middle part, just use a sticky note. Like if there's stuff all over your hands like there is on mine. Okay. Oh, that kind of looks nice. I kind of like that effect. Ooh, discovery. I think we've come up with a new technique right here live on YouTube. I'm liking it. Okay, so we're going to do that again. I think I'm going to do that to the other side. Like accidental technique. So you kind of go I was just doing it to keep some stuff off my hands. Look, I'm just going to do that like a little angle. I'm liking it. And then the same angle over here. That's pretty cool. I'm going to make this one more well-defined. Anyway, we're all about tips and tricks on this channel. So it's good that I can learn some on the fly. And I think that side needs to be darker. So now I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock to write So Thankful on here. Pretty Peacock ink. Close the bubble bath. And the So Thankful is going to be for this little guy. For our little butterfly card that we will die cut after I bring the machine back in a little bit. First, we're going to make the card. So we need here it is. I was like, I knew I had it out because I just washed it. So it's called So Thankful. So we're just going to put it up so it's flat, slide up, test it out. This is a delicate stamp, so you want to test it out. And then you want to stick it on there. Oh, that looks cool. If I don't say so myself. So you're going to tap, tap, tap onto your ink. And then you're going to tap it onto your little sentiment. All right, so this one looks like it didn't get inked enough. I actually had inked up the edges. So when you already made a card and you're like, it didn't get inked up enough, you can always just get in there and, just put your little sticky note under something if you want and get some ink on the edges that way. I mean, I don't care how much is on there. I just want it to at least be noticeable. I think on the other one, it's more noticeable. See the way I inked up the edges. Okay, so next we're done with all the stamping we need to do. We're not done with all the die cutting we need to do, but we're done with all the stamping we need to do. And I have this stamping block. I'm just going to go ahead and get a new stamping block because that one had something on it. I just want to put a little bubble bath on here and finish inking up the butterflies. And that way I can clean up the little table and just do the die cutting. I mean, not the die cutting, the card making. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to ink up the butterflies. I told you I would ink up the butterflies with the bubble bath. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Because we used basic white cardstock for these when I die cut. And I said, oh, we have to color these. They look really cute. And we can still put a little center in them, so I don't need to really color the center. Look how cute they look. All right, tap, tap, tap. There is a top side and there's a front side and a bottom side. A front and a back side, I mean. Okay, so I didn't want just a white butterfly. I wanted a pink one. I think that'd be nice to use, like either for in our workshop here or for a Mother's Day card or something. All right, so now let's put all this stuff over here for now. I'm going to grab out the trimmer, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy. So I'm going to get rid of the yellowish part is for the most part. So I want 5 1/4 right here, 5 1/4 high. And that way I'll get rid of the yellow piece and I just kind of stick with the darker colors by 4 wide. Okay, so 5 1/4 by 4. And that's going to be our first layer, like so. And then we want a piece of this piece here that's lemon lime twist, which I love. And we're going to go 1 1/4 by 4. It's going to be 4 inches by 1 1/4. And I did that because I wanted it to be high enough. We're going to put that up at the top. We'll put it like around there. And I wanted it to be high enough so that you have a little border around this. Because if you just put, in case you need me, I'm there, just right onto the card, it's like gets drowned in it, drowned in the card. So that's the first layer. And the second layer. Okay, very easy peasy. So I will repeat it once I write it down in a moment. Because that way the captioning software can get the measurements for us. So let's go ahead and adhere that. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it with some, I'm just going to put a little bit of this. A little bit of a, Seal Plus adhesive. I'm just going to hold my hand there. This is an eyeballing it situation. So you could just say, well, why don't you just cut this 4 inches to begin with? Well, when you do, it doesn't always line up exactly. But when you do it this way and you go a little bit over and you trim off the excess, it always lines up. So I kind of like doing it this way. And then I take this scrap of paper. I don't throw it out. I make a butterfly with it. So it's all good. We'll make a butterfly with this paper. We use all our scraps here at Papered Chef. All right, now let's take this and attach it to, I need to get my butterflies off of there. And make sure this is the top side because I want this to be the top. And it's going to go on like so. So this so far, easy card, right? Easy card. With a great colors. These colors have been around for 2 years. But the little accessory things I'm going to show you have not been around as long. And I did put some in your kit. So one reason to get my workshop kits is definitely for the variety of products you get. And some of them that you can no longer get. Because I plan ahead and get them for my kits. So we included some beautiful butterflies. Or no, bright and beautiful, sorry. Bright and beautiful cards. That way we're going to make these little cards with those. All right, so that one is not quite up as high as my original, but it doesn't matter where you put it. I just wanted to put it in the top half because the reason is I wanted this to kind of go between that stripe and that stripe. So you might have to change up your design a little bit. That's going to go like here. And we may end up using 3 butterflies on this design instead of 2 because of where I put that, which is all good. In fact, I'm going to see which one I actually like better. You never know. So that's that. Put 2 dimensionals on that little guy. And then we're going to decide. So that one is a good color. Maybe that one could go there. Let's just look around here. No, I don't like that because we have more lemon lime twist and there's no yellow for this to match with. So we're putting that back in the bucket. Okay, yes, possibly. What do you think? Do you think I need 2 or 3? Because 1 could go there very nicely. And it contrasts and everything. Nope, that doesn't contrast. It would have to be this color. I'll just see what you guys say. All right, thank you for your participation. Okay, we have a 3. So we're going to go like that. We're going to peel this off. 3. Again, we got a Karen is a 3. Jean is a 3. All right, when we have meaning majority rules, I usually just do best out of 3 when I'm asking questions. I'm not even waiting for the best out of 3 because we've already got 2 3s. That's good. Okay, I'm just putting these at an angle. Now you could put Wink Estella on them before, or after? I thought it was cool after because then the Wink of Stella oozes. See how this great it is to use adhesive sheets to make your little stickers? Now we're going to make the antenna, right? Antennae be 3D. So you're going to poke up the antenna. Remember, I didn't put any glue on them, except in this one. Yeah, one of them had glue on it, but the other antenna, just pop them up a little. Don't put any glue on them. If you do put adhesive sheet, just pop them up. And then, of course, this is a little bit hard to get off this sometimes, the adhesive sheet, but it's all good. And if you cut the adhesive sheet, it come off in 2 pieces. But yay. So we're going to put that one at an angle. And now pop up the antenna. And the Wink of Stella is a glitter brush. So when you use the glitter brush this way, then you get glitter in between too. And it makes it like really pop up even more. So it just really does something extra, something for your card. Okay, all that's left for this card is then our extra brushed breast butterflies. So I always like to have an odd number of embellishments, and I use 3 brushed breast butterflies. Say that 10 times fast. 3 brushed breast butterflies on this one, but this one I think I'll just use 2 because I already have 3 of the big butterflies. So I will use 2 brushed breast butterflies. I'll use a big one and a small one. So I will go ahead and put a big one and a small one. And then we still have our odd number of 5 embellishments, right? Oops. So these are great, and these are free. These are an extra little free item. They're usually $10, and they're little metal embellishments. Extra free item that was added to our celebration during the months of January and February, but it was just added in February. I think I'm going to add a little glitter to the corners of these. See what you guys think about that. Not with this one, though, because that one's going dry. Yeah, I really like adding glitter to the edges of my dies sometimes. And I really like deckled rectangles because it makes it look like, wow, you're really steady with your, it's like, it looks like you were steady with your scissors to make a little, like, paper teared edge, but it's like a die. So it's really cool because it makes it look like you did all this work. And like, how did you get it so straight? Even though the edges are rough. Someone thinks you used those, like, really cool scissors. All right, I'm kind of liking the one with 3 better. What do you guys think? A or B? Like this 1 or 2? Like A or B? This or that? Sometimes we say this or that. All right, now we're going to work with these. We're going to make this card using the little trick of the special die that came in this bundle. We don't need this anymore. These are just extras. I always like to make extras. And to use this die, we're going to first dig into the kit and get out some cards. Okay, so Karen likes A because she likes the diagonal stripes better. Diane likes the A better. Okay, the first one. Janet likes A better, and Jean likes B better. This is B. Jean likes B, and Lisa likes B. Leslie likes A. So Karen A, Diane A, Bonnie B, and Robbie B. Wow, we got like a tie going on here, it looks like. So these are the cards I'm talking about. Now, I've tried this whole thing using, oh, by the way, these are what's called, this was part of your kit, right? Bright and Beautiful Memories and More Cards and Envelopes, right? These are just things that you got in your kit. Now, and these are the envelopes to go with them. But you can just use these for whatever you want to use these for. Because I gave you the cards and the envelopes. Use this for you can use the envelopes for your cards. But, however, this part, what I'm going to do with the cards is not make cards out of the cards. I mean, I'm going to make cards, but I'm going to make the little butterfly cards out of them. So the trick is, first you want to fold them. And sometimes I just take the edge of my Simply Scored, right? And I just go like that onto the edge. And I take one of my spatulas to really get down there and burnish the edges. Okay? So I'm not really using it as a card per se, like the same way card, but I'm still going to go like that because I really want that to be tight. All right. I've tried this with cardstock, and I did not have good success doing what I'm showing you. That's why when you use these from your paper pumpkin kit, if you have a paper pumpkin kit, or like the cards I gave you in your kit, This is way better. You're going to have much better success doing it this way. And I'll do it twice so you can get to see it. So what we're making now is this cute little card that if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you want to thank a customer, this is perfect. If you just want to put something on someone's desk, they did a little nice thing for you at work, this is beautiful. Give someone a cupcake, put this with it. It's great, a little set of note cards. When people are nice to you, you give them a thank you. It's very important to thank others, you know? Even if you're just thanking them via email, if that's all you can do. But if you can make a cute butterfly thank you, I mean, all the better, right? All the better. So now I'm looking for the little die. So this is, so in our set of beautiful butterflies kit, you have this die, and you're like, huh, what in the world is this thing for? Right? It's not the same size as our stamp, okay? Even if you open up the stamp, it's not for the stamp, right? It's not that size. It's a whole different size. Well, it's for this, what I'm showing you. It's a hinge die. It's so cool. It makes a hinge because it doesn't cut all the way through. See how the metal doesn't cut all the way through? So that's the trick of this. You want to take these lines and line them up to the top of your card. So we'll do it twice so you can really see it. And I did use painter's tape on mine to really make sure it works good. All right, so my die cutting sandwich is the same. You know, we got our plate one, right? We have our, we have our number 2 thin die adapter. We have one number 3. And now we're going to put this down with the number 4. So let's work with the pink one first. These lines must line up to the top of the card. So that's the only part that messed me up at the beginning. There's little dashes, and I want to make sure you can see that. I'm going to turn around and show you the back so you can see what I'm talking about. It's going to be like that, right? You're not going all the way. It's going to be, you're using it like that. See how it overlaps a little. So the line, and I'm just taping mine on just to make sure it doesn't slip, sliding away, slip, sliding away. So that's all there is to it, and you're just going to make a card. So boom. So watch the magic happen. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Stick the top plate on there. Crank it on through. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. Let's see the before and the after. Crafting is a lot like cooking in that. Now I forgot to put that. I think I might have to go through again. I don't think my plates were all the way lined up. There was nothing hanging on the bottom of the one. This whole bottom part was sticking out. All right, so let's try it again. All right, so let's see if that worked. Oh yes, look at that beautiful card. So here we go. Pop it out. Now watch the magic. And you might have to trim. This is a little thing. Okay, watch the magic. Boom. Is that cool or what? I mean, imagine trying to do this yourself. And even with the scan and cut, you'd have to do a whole bunch of wackadoodle stuff. I mean, this is awesome. So I love that. And you could even, like, if you wanted to, let me erase that. Oh, I can try my new erasers you guys told me about. I can try my new, you guys told me to get this on my channel. And I went and got it. It says sand eraser. Had not even known about that before. I was using my adhesive eraser on paper, and you're like, when there's no adhesive, don't use an adhesive eraser. My crafty friends told me, oh, look how easy that worked. So just opening that up. Awesome. It helps you get rid of, like, it's like scuffs. It's almost like a magic eraser for cardstock. All right, so let's do another one. Now, save this because this is what I made some of my butterflies out of. Yes, Bonnie, thank you for the recommendation and the link to Amazon store. Yes. So, your Amazon, I mean. So this you're going to save because you can make butterflies out of that. I did get it and it arrived quickly. I just had never had a chance to use it until now. So we're going to put that in here. Now we're going to do this again. I just really want to do it again to make you show it. Just because I love it and I want another card. So you're going to take this and decide that this is the hinge. And maybe like, you know, where do you want it to be? Maybe like that side or like that side. So you slide it along to where you want to cut out the butterfly out of the card. I like this card better because it's not just all pink. And we will lay it there. Again, lining up those lines. to the score line. Okay, so the dotted lines go along your score line. Crank it on through. Okay, shut that guy, shut that, and we'll go here. The magic. Oh, this one didn't go all the way through. Interesting. And I wonder why, but it's okay. It went through one side. I mean, it's not like I can sort of cut it out with my scissors. I'm just going to run it back through. Just that part. Okay. And I just want to make sure I tape it together so it doesn't move. Because I'm not about to cut that out with scissors. That would be a big old pain. Wait, maybe I shouldn't put tape on that part. I'm going to put tape right in the middle part. Because I'm not worried about that part. I'm worried about the down here, this little section. I think it's because my plates are so darn warped. So I'm going to get some more plates next time I order, I think. We shall just try it one more time. Yeah, so Jean, I'll send you the link later. I could post it in our team page. Yeah, much better. Jean is one of my papered chefs. Okay, that sure beats trying to cut out the inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is so cool. So then you just do that. Then you just go, boom, and you have a beautiful little card. I absolutely love this, and I think this would make a great gift, right, for someone, just to give them the butterfly, set of butterfly cards. Again, I'm going to get rid of the white part because I don't really need more little cardstock like that because I like regular Stampin' Up! Cardstock. Like, these cards are made out of sort of a thinner type. But I am saving this because it's perfect cardstock, thin cardstock, to go with the beautiful butterflies. What's it called? Bright and Beautiful. It's good cardstock to go with the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. So now let's put on these little ones that I just tried earlier. Oh, I like them. I'm going to put the lighter one. I'm going to put the lighter one on that one and the darker one on that one. Those of you that missed it, I just used a little sticky note. I see some of you saying, I'm gotten here late. I used a little sticky note to cover over part of this, and I liked how it inked up the edges, like with a little bit of definition. So I'm popping these up with dimensionals. You could just stamp right onto your card. And then if your stamp onto your card and it's not crooked or something, then use a dimensional, then use one of these. You could just stamp So Thankful right onto your card. But I just thought it'd be nice to pop up with dimensionals. And I think maybe even, I don't know, I'm gonna see what the Brush Bass butterflies look like on here. We're just gonna try it because we can. And I'm gonna try it with like just one of them. You can tell me what you guys think. Then I'm gonna say hi. Then I'm gonna show you some other things we made with this butterflies. All right, so let's see. We have 4 cards. I did have 4 cards. There was one more somewhere. Here it is. So this one already has a lot going on with it, with the lines. So I think I'm going to try it with this card. Like this card here, because this card has like not much going on with it. It's the most plain of all the 4. So we're going to try it on that card. See what happens, right? See if they look okay or if it's just too much. You guys will tell me if it is just too much. We'll put 2 on one side. So yay or nay for the extra butterflies. And we could even try like, rhinestones or something. And you can even say if you like rhinestones. We'll try this too. Just something. It needs, It needs a little something, something. We'll do a rhinestones on one of them. See, one kind of like up more. Whoops. I'm just trying to move it down so it's like this. I don't like the big rhinestone for sure. That's just kind of obnoxious. Let's try one. Let's try. There. Okay, small. I saw people put smaller color cutouts on this bigger one, and it wasn't at the right proportion, which bothered me. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean by proportion. It's if I would have used the scan and cut. Oh, we should use the scan and cut. I'm not going to go get it right now, but I could use the scan and cut to take this card and make this exactly an inset line and have an inset which would be the exact same shape and proportion of this butterfly. But here's the butterfly they give you, and look what I mean by proportion. It's not even the same kind of butterfly. It's not like the same proportion, the same dimension, the same. Now there is another one in here like this, but that's still not this. That one was also like that. So whoever designed these, I was like, there's a missed opportunity here for making like a butterfly that's the same sort of shape. So I could put a different butterfly in there, either way, but it wouldn't be like proportional. The small ones I used on the cards. Okay, let's try that. The small one I used on the cards. Let's see what they look like. They might be okay. Yeah, that would probably be. This is the same proportion. Okay, let's look about proportion. When I'm talking about proportion, this is the same shape. So that would look cute. So let's put that inside the card. Let's see what maybe inside, because that's at least the right, we're getting there with the right shape, right? So it'll be okay. So let's take, all right, here's one that's already set to go. And it already has yellow in it. So this one I'm going to put it in the one with the butterflies. Okay. I want to put it right in the center, in the middle. Oops. I don't know if I want to put it in the middle. We might be hard to write, but I might be able to put it on the top. So I'm going to open this up. So it's already have the thankful there. Let's open it up. All right. So it'd be hard to write a message, but I'm going to put it down there so you could still write the message. And I think that would look really cute. So that's a good idea, guys. Very good idea. Oops, because at least we got the same proportion going on. The same shape. Okay, so let me get back to what I was talking about with the scan and cut. When you... Oh. I'm actually going to stick it in the middle. We'll have to write the thank you note somewhere else. Because it doesn't really look right at the bottom. Okay, so but it looks cute inside there. Now, when I'm talking about proportion and scan and cut and like offsets, insets, this is what I'm talking about. If you missed the Super Bowl Sunday tutorial on cutting out stamped images with your brother scan and cut, you will see what I'm talking about here. You can use, let's see. You can use the scan and cut to make offset lines, so it makes it like an outline of your different objects, right? But you can also use the scan and cut to make inset lines. So, we can take this shape and we can scan it in, and then we can say, instead of going outside and making like a bigger shape for the outside of something, like we are with this, we want an inset shape. So we can make a card, and then on the front of the card, we'd have an inset shape, which is the same exact proportion of this butterfly, but just smaller. And then it would make a nice like layered front of the card, and you could pop that up with dimensionals. So that's what I mean by this is an offset, and an inset is the opposite of that offset. Like this is just so cute with the little, you know what I mean? Like the, oops, wrong one. Here we go. This one's better. I'm trying to show you one that has an actual, some of these, I had to align the machine, and this one's better. Okay, this one's much better. There's a good offset line. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. That's an offset. So if we did the opposite and did an inset. All right, so cool. All right, speaking of, I'm going to write down the measurements, but speaking of seagulls, I did show you some things we made in the last video when I was going over our swap cards, and I showed you some things we made with the scan and cut with these seagulls. And I forgot to show you what my friend Lisa sent me. This is just one of those free stamp sets. These were my swap cards that you can get during celebration. But my friend Lisa sent me this. I love you more than French fries. Is that adorable or what? This little French fry container. I just love that. So that is with the free stamp set, Friendly Seagulls. And one of my cards from Hannah Wildy, she made a cute little seagull card too. So Lisa and Hannah made adorable seagull things. I'm going to put that over there. And I will show it next time I do a celebration tutorial. But I had a lot. I have a whole bag of celebration cards. And a whole bag of cards from the mini catalog. So please do check that out. You know, check it out later because I went over like different swap cards that I have. So all this is so simple. I'm only going to show you like the 3 measurements. The card, the layer 1, and the layer 2. That's it. And the rest of it's just, and I'll just write the ink. This one I'm not doing I don't need a tutorial for. That one's just like, you had to watch it to see how to use it. So all I'm doing right now is writing the measurements for your card. So we had a bubble bath card. And it's a beautiful butterflies card if you want to like figure out what this was later. And Janet, my team member, will write down some measurements for you on this tutorial underneath the video later as a comment of the video. So you'll be able to get this if you don't take your screenshot. The card is 11 inches times 4 1/4 inches. And you're going to score at 5 1/2 inches. Okay, so again, a bubble bath card base, you're going to make a card like this. It's an A2 card. 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, scoring at 5 1/2. Okay, and now you're going to make your layer 1. And the layer 1 is a rectangle. The dimensions are going to be 5 1/4 times 4 inch. The rectangle shape is like that. If you want, you can make your diagonal lines or cross lines, whatever. But I forgot. I thought I was grabbing 2 packs of paper. In your packet of your Bright and Beautiful, let's write that over here, Bright and Beautiful, DSP, you only have 1 of each type. You have 4 of each type. It's a 48 sheet package. But in the sampler I sent you, Bright and Beautiful, DSP, all the sheets are different. So you have 24 different designs, which is really cool. And I didn't realize I didn't have an extra piece of the same diagonal one when I started the tutorial. Okay, so again, layer 1 is 5 1/4 times 4 inches, and layer 2 is 4 inches times 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so that's layer 2. And then you're going to use the ink, bubble bath, and Pretty Peacock. And that's it. That's your tutorial. Very easy. And and I'll put those there so you can take a picture of all the cards we made. And then I'll show you some other stuff, and I want to say hi. So we're going to put the other card right around here. Here it is. Okay, so we're going to put that one over here. And let me close my little thing so the shadow is not weird. And I'll take the trash out of the picture, and I will put a butterfly up here to cover that glare. And I don't know what the seagull's trying to hitchhike into the picture. Put that there. Put that there. All right, so there you go. So that is what we made today. Let me put some stuff away. All right, hello, everybody, and thank you for coming back for 2 tutorials. Christina Full, and thank you for being a YouTube channel member. I did send out your Happy Mail Card on Blue Card Club package today. Phil Ham, nice to see you. Lisa from Washington. Hello again. Hello, Deborah Chessman. Hilda Massey. Leslie Outback Stamping. Diane from Tennessee. Janet is here again, who was here earlier. Bonnie Blake from Wisconsin, who was here earlier. And thank you for being a channel member as well. Thank you for you guys remembering to give the video a thumbs up and liking the video. Okay. Moody Crafter from Arizona. Nice to see you. Diane from Prescott, Arizona. Nice to see you. Let me move this paper and now show you what else we made in this series. So besides all these cute little projects, we made using the hybrid embossing folder, this beautiful card that has the feature of using the Stampin' Blends alcohol markers to color it. So that was really fun. And you can see how to use the hybrid embossing folder in this card. All right, so Karen got to see the Happy Mail video earlier. Thank you, Karen, for watching that and coming back. And thank you for being a channel member. Hello, Nola. Nice to see you. Nola, I'm still looking into if I have that stamp set you asked me about. I have to look up a picture of it. Hello, Pat. Nice to see you. Snowing in Oklahoma. I am so over the snow. I only had it like a couple times this year dealing with it. But, you know, hey, still over it, but feel sorry for you for that. All right, and we say hi to Jean, and thank you guys all for all the Robbie and Jean and Rosemary and everybody who voted. All right. So the sand eraser, the reason I don't use it for glue, Jean, I mean, I'm personally using this one for like my scuffs. I'm using an adhesive eraser for glue and a sand eraser when I didn't have glue and I get marks on my cards. Someone said, why don't you, I was trying to get the scuff mark off with the adhesive eraser, and someone said, why don't you use a sand eraser? Both. If this one's already in my adhesive kit, I may even start putting those in my adhesive kits. But definitely I'm going to put it in my Amazon store. So, yes, smudges on paper. I'm glad you guys are already talking about that. Awesome. All right. Let's see. If you press too hard, okay, let's see. I don't know what you guys were talking about. It's for... All right. Oh, it's for ink. When you get ink. Yeah, I had ink on my cards. Okay, rhinestones. She likes... Okay, so Jean was saying she likes the rhinestones better than the butterflies. Like as far as like this combination here. Maybe like too many butterflies, right? In the... Okay, and then we were talking about the smaller cup butterflies. And then, hi, Eileen Miller. Okay, scan and cut. Are you talking about the retreat? I'm planning it in April. I haven't announced it yet, but I do plan. I want to announce it before the end of celebration so that early birds can get a celebration gift, to go with their like scan and cut retreat kit. So I am going to try to announce it soon before the end of celebration. But it's not going to be till April because in March, guess what we have? We have an event in North Carolina called On Stage. So that's where I'll be. And I got it before that. It's balls to the walls trying to get my swaps done. So hello to Rosemary from California. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for all the other butterfly cards I had earlier. And I wanted to just show you those. And then I wanted to show you the ones that were in my swap bag. Okay, so here are the ones that we made in our bingo. So it's just another idea. You stamp off. This is a peach pie. You stamp off and then stamp on. Like wax on, wax off. Stamp on, stamp off. That way you don't make it too dark, the peach part. So we made these in my bingo, Beautiful Butterflies bingo event. And this was this was one of the cards. And this is just so easy. You just die cut it. You don't need to emboss it. You just ink it, stamp it with Gorgeous Grape, ink it around with some fresh freesia. There's this little specialty paper. I'm obsessed with specialty paper. You guys should know that by now. I put specialty paper in all my card club kits and bingo kits and things. And just look at this like cool little... It's like corrugated cardboard. Absolutely love that stuff. So I made all those. And then this one is like it's kind of like the same variation. It's a variation, but it's just a horizontal version of one of these cards. That's using Perennial Lavender. Here's another one I made in my workshop series with the hybrid embossing folder. Here are two more I made in bingo. And I know I have a bag here of just some cards. And I wanted to just show you the ones that some of my fellow swappers made. Okay, Connie McCausland. See that? Embossed butterfly. If you missed my tutorial, I took them all out of the bags. I'm not taking back out of the bags again. Hannah Wildy, look at that nice embossing folder behind there. The yellow ones you showed first. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, the yellow ones I showed first, but Donna Tomasini. The yellow ones I showed first. Let's see. Okay, what die punch is on the... Okay, what die punch is on the yellow ones I showed first? From this? You're talking about this? No. You must be talking about the bingo cards. The yellow ones. These? I don't know. I can't remember. Does anybody know? I actually forget what die that is. somebody else will tell us what die. Because honestly, I have die cutting buddies galore, and they help send me things for my kits. And then sometimes I don't even ask them or don't even know what they use because I just put them in my kits. So this is Jennifer Edwards. No, Jennifer Harward. Sorry, not Edwards. There's Susan. It's like Susan is the Edwards, not Jennifer Harward. Okay, let's see. I have one that I did. This is mine, and I used beautiful butterflies. That's Kimberly Smith, Papered Chef. So there's another beautiful butterflies. I need to keep all these out so I could show them in my workshop series. If you missed all this stuff, I had like bags and bags of cards I went through. Just making sure I don't miss any other butterfly cards. All right, so those are your examples. Lots and lots of examples. Okay. Lastly, we are, just a sneak peek this month, we are using this stamp set with you in mind. It's been voted on by the members of the Card on Blue Card Club. And I want to just show you the cards we're making with the Mediterranean blooms and the bloom impressions. So do you want to make these first or these first? Okay, this or that. So you just say A or B, 1 or 2, this or that. I'll make like the cards made with the celebration paper first, or do you want to make the ones with the Mediterranean blooms first? I tried to use different sentiments all the time and different paper in my kits so we don't repeat ourselves. Different designs, fresh new designs each month. Card on Blue is very fun. All right, maybe someone will tell us what sentiment it was, and if not, I'll find out next time. Somebody knows. I know one of you guys know. Let's see. Yes, I will add it to my store, Janet. There's Sandy Racer. It just takes a minute. I mean, I just have to go do it. All right, so we have a vote for these, blue first and that first. That means the right side. So we've already done the best out of 3. So we're going to do the Mediterranean. This is Mediterranean Blooms paper. Okay, mixed label dice. Thank you, Bonnie Blake. We are going to start with these 2 cards. And then out of these 2 cards, which of the 2 cards do you want to start first? This or that? So which is the next tutorial? Probably be on Monday on President's Day. Okay, so to answer your question about the dies, we're having lots of conversations. This is from the mixed label dies. I actually have those dies. I just haven't opened mine yet. Mixed labels dies. It's one of the online exclusives. Okay, the blue card first. So this is it. This is winner. This is number 1. Okay, so our first tutorial will be Monday. Now, tomorrow I'm going to do another. So this is first. I'm going to do a celebration club tutorial tomorrow. That's what's planned for Saturday. And then, I'm sorry, this is Saturday. Sunday is going to be Card on Blue, where we talk about stuff that you get for free. We're going to do this. And then right after this video, like in a few minutes, just charge my camera up. I am going to do a quick unboxing, and I'll show you what I'm unboxing. So if you want to come back and see it, I'm going to clean my table, and I'm going to unbox these brand new papers. I don't even know the names of them. I forget the names. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an embossing folder and one other thing. So these are some online exclusives coming up that I'm going to open up in a few minutes as soon as I clear my table. So hope to see some of you back. All right, that's all for now. This is the Paper Duff. Have a great evening.